Welcome to the Crafting Tales. I'm Nimrel and this is Maestrale. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to crochet this shawl. Maestrale is one of my original design. It's a free pattern and it's available on Ravelry, on my website and on lovecrochet.com. In the pattern you will find written instructions as well as charted instructions, and I'll give you the links to download the pattern in the description box below this video. For this project I've used a 3.5mm hook and fingering weight yarn. The sample I'm wearing right now was made with Scheepjes Whirl, which is a gradient yarn which comes in a lot of different gorgeous shades. Of course you can use whatever yarn you like, but I'd recommend using fingering weight yarn because the shawl has a very delicate look. You will need about 1000 meters, but you will find all the information you need in the pattern. Maestrale is a triangular shawl and it's crocheted from the bottom to the top, and it alternates lace sections with double crochet blocks. But yeah, let's take a look at the shawl. Here we are. This is the starting point, and these are the increases on both sides that creates the triangular shape. We have a first section of lace pattern here, and then here we are, we have first section of double crochets here. And can you see these lines? These are made by crocheting in the back loop or in the front loop of the stitch. And then we have more lace and double crochets till you reach the top of the shawl here. And there we are. This is the widest point. And here the pattern forms these waves, which you can enhance by pinning the points while locking the shawl. Okay, so you can enhance these little points here. Okay, now before we start, let's have a look at the chart. Here is a chart. Okay. So there are black and blue rows, and the black rows are the right side rows, the blue rows are the wrong side rows. There are numbers only on the right side rows here, and these numbers should help you remember that you need to read from right to left on the right side rows, while on the wrong side rows you're going to read normally, so from left to right. Okay, so row 3 is you have to read from this point to this point, and this is the starting point of the row, the chain here. These are the chains for the right side rows, these are the chains for the wrong side rows. Okay, so yes, what else? Yes, the lines here, the two lines here, the two red lines here indicates the repetitions. This is a four rows repetition patterns. That means that you have to repeat these 4 rows over and over again, and as many times as the pattern says. And in each line, in each row of the pattern, you have to repeat these stitches here between these 2 red lines. So for example, on row 10 here you have only 1 repetition, but later on you may have 2 or 3 or more. Okay, let me demonstrate now using a bigger yarn and a bigger hook, so you can better see on camera what I'm doing. Okay, so we're going to start as usual with the slip knot. we're going to chain 5. Okay, so chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now in the fourth chain from the hook, 1, 2, 3 and 4, this chain here, we're going to make a double crochet. And we make another double crochet in the following chain, the last chain here. And this completes row 1. So for row 1 you have 2 double crochets and the chain 3. Now we turn and chain 4. This is the start of every row. So we chain 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4. And now we're going to make 2 double crochets into this chain here. The first chain we made here, this one here. So we go into this chain and make 2 double crochets. 1 and 2 in the same chain. That's your increase. You see? Now we're going to chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and we're going to make the first cluster. The cluster is a triple crochet followed by 2 double crochets in the same stitch, and the stitch is this chain here, the top of the chain 3 here. So you have here the 2 double crochets, you see 1 and 2 double crochets, you go into the top of the chain 3. So into this stitch here we're going to make triple and 2 double crochets. This is the cluster, 1 and 2 in the same stitch, and that completes row 2. Now I turn and again chain 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and we make the same thing. So we're going to make 2 double crochets into this first chain of the chain 4. Oops, that's 1 and 2. Now we're going to chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and now if you look at this, you see here you have this chain 3 space from the previous round. We're going to put a single crochet into this space here. So you're skipping these stitches, you're going into the chain space here and make a single crochet like this, then chain 3 again, 1, 2, 3, and the cluster once again in the top of the turning chain. So triple, 1 triple and 2 double crochets in the same stitch, 1 and 2, and that completes row 3. Now we turn, chain 4 and again 2 double crochets here, 1 and 2, once again chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and again we have to skip the stitches here and we're going into the chain 3 space. So here we make a single crochet, then here we have a single crochet in the chain 3 space. We're going to make a single crochet into this single crochet here and another single crochet into the chain 3 space. So we will have a total of 3 single crochets. Now we chain 3 once again and we have the cluster in the top of the turning chain. That's a triple and the 2 doubles, 1 and 2. Okay, that completes our row here, and this is row 4. Now we turn again, we make chain 4, 2 doubles into the first chain here, 1 and 2, and now things are a little bit different because we're going to chain 4 instead of 3. So just 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now if you look at this row, we have here the chain space, the 3 single crochets and another chain space. You see, we're going into the chain space and the 3 single crochets and in the other chain space, so we're going to skip these stitches once again. In the chain space we're going to make a single crochet, then a single crochet in every single crochet you have here. It's 3, 1, 2 and 3, then a single crochet into this chain space here, chain 4 as we did here, and cluster. Okay, so the 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. This is row 5. This is the right side. Okay, so we're going to turn once again, chain 4, 3, 4, and the increase by making 2 double crochets into this first chain here. And now if you look at this, you see this is the middle of the motif here. This is the middle of the motif. We're going to make the point now. So to make the point means that we have to reduce the number of single crochets in the middle here. So we have 5 single crochets here. We're going to make 3 single crochets now. So what we're going to do is, again, skipping these stitches, we make chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and in this chain 4 space, sorry, in this chain 4 space we're going to make 3 double crochets, 1, 2 and 3, like so. Okay, now we're going to make chain 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4. We're going to skip the first section. I'm going into the second one here, make a single crochet, then go into the third one and into the fourth one, skip this last single crochet, chain 4, and as we did here, we're going to make 3 double crochets into this chain 4 space. It's 1, 2 and 3, chain 3 and cluster. That's 1 triple and 2 doubles, 1 and 2. And that completes row 6. Now we turn, chain 4, and we make our increase here, the 2 double crochets. Now this is row 7. We're going to chain 3, 1, 2 and 3. And now, as you can see here, we have this chain 3 space here. We're going to build another motif now. So we're going to make a single crochet into this space. You see? Single crochet. Then we chain 3, and we're going to make 3 double crochets into this space here. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, get some more yarn. Okay, now we're going to chain 4. It's 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we're going to make 1 single crochet here, skipping the first one, so going into the second one here, going to make 1 single crochet, then chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to skip this single crochet here, and in this chain space here we're going to make again 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Skip these 3 double crochets, go into the chain space and make a single crochet. Chain 3 and make the cluster. Okay, so that was row 7. Now for row 8, you see this is row 7. This is how it's looking now. Okay, so now we turn the work, and we're going again to chain 4, 2, 3, and 4. Make our increase with the 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. Now we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. We skip all the stitches here, we go into this chain space here, we're going to make 1 single crochet. Now we make 1 single crochet into this single crochet here, and another single crochet into this space here. So as you can see here, we are building another motif. You see, now we have 3, and in the next row we will have 5 single crochets. After that we're going to chain 3, and now in this space here we're going to make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 3 and another 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3, like so. You see, like so. Now we chain 3 once again, 1, 2, and 3, and here, as we did before, in the chain space we make 1 single crochet. We make 1 single crochet into this single crochet, 1 single crochet in the next chain space, chain 3, and the cluster to complete the row. And 1 and 2 double crochets. Okay, that's row 8. Okay, turn once again, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and make the same increase again. So 2 double crochets in the chain space, sorry, in the 4th chain from the hook. So now you know what to do. You see here you have 3 double crochets. You have to build it up and make it becomes 5 double crochets. So now we're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and here we make our first single crochet in the chain space, and it's 1 single crochet in the next 3 single crochets, and a single crochet in the chain space, chain 4. Now here you have this chain space. We're going to make 3 double crochets here. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 4. And here once again we're going to do the same thing we did before. So it's a single crochet into this first chain 3 space, then a single crochet in the next 3 single crochets, and a single crochet in the next chain space, then a chain 4 and the cluster. Here we go. Oh, sorry, it's twice over. It's 1, 2, and 3, and the 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. Okay, that completes round 9. Now we turn for row 10. Sorry, I said round, it's row. It's 1, 2, 3, and 4 chains, and again the increase, 1 and 2. And now here we're going to do the same thing we did before here. So we're going to close this motif we're building here. So we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and here in this first chain 3 space, chain 4 space, sorry, we're going to make 3 double crochets. So it's 1, 2, and 3, like so. Now we chain 4. We're going to skip this first single crochet, go into the second one, make a single crochet into 1, 2, and 3. So this 3 double crochets here. We're going to skip this double crochet and chain 4, and again 3 double crochets here, 1, 2, and 3. Here we are. Now we chain 3 and make 3 double crochets into the next chain space, 1, 2, and 3. Now we chain 4. Once again, as we did before, we're skipping this first single crochet, we're going into this second one, 1, 2, and 3. Skip this last single crochet, chain 4, and here we're going to make 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3, and we chain 3, and we're going to make the cluster like so. So that completes row 10, and yeah, here we go. I'll show you the whole repeat. That completes row 10. As you can see here, you can recognize it now. We have a full motif here and 2 half motifs here. That's the first one, and that's the second one here. Okay, And if you look at the chart now, you can see these 5 double crochets are here. Sorry, these 5 single crochets are this line here. There you go. Okay, so now that we have gained confidence with the chart, we can talk about the gauge. Okay, how to measure the gauge. You see, this is a diamond shape. You see it in the piece here. That's a diamond shape. This is your motif. This one here. And if you look at the chart, you can find it in the chart as well. This is the diamond shape here. Okay, so when you measure your gauge, I'm going to show you on the shawl. So when you measure your gauge on the shawl, that's easier to see because we have a lot of motifs here. So we've just made this little piece here. This is the piece we've just made, this one here. This is much bigger than, yeah, you see? This is much bigger, but it's the same thing with it here. This one is this one, okay? So when you measure your gauge, I recommend you crochet the shawl until you reach at least this point here, because you need to measure this diamond here. So you're not going to measure this one, because this one is a little bit different on the sides than the other one. So you're going to measure this one, because this is the one that you're going to repeat all over again. Okay, and when you measure the motif, here I'm going to show you with the my tape measure. Here you're going to take from this point here to this point here, and this should be around 8. Okay, so if your motif is larger than 8 centimeter and you're using whirl, only if you're using whirl, this applies only if you're using whirl, I'd recommend you go down a hook size. If it's smaller, you can choose, you can go on with it, or you can change your hook size and get a bigger hook size. Well, anyway, if you run out of yarn at the end of the shawl, you can always make only 1 row of double crochets, because at the end of the shawl we have 2 rows of double crochets here. So if you run out of yarn, you can choose to make only 1 of these 2 rows, or you can even do a single crochet row instead of the double crochet, just 1 or 2 rows or whatever you like. The last thing I'd like to show you is what happened at row 34, which is the first row of the double crochet block, the first double crochet block. I'll show you here in the shawl. Okay, this here is row 34, this one here. Okay, a lot of people ask me to how many stitches there should be at the end of row 34, and the exact count is 119, but don't worry if you don't have 119 at double crochets at the end of row 35. You can always adjust it at row 38, which is this one here. You see this one here, when you have to skip stitches, so you can skip 1 stitch or 1 more stitch or 1 less stitch to adjust your count, so don't worry about that. Okay, so I'd like to show you how to make row 34. So I'm back to row 9 here. Okay, when you have to make row 34, you have to be at row 9, so you have to stop your repeats until you get to row 9. So you just made the first repeat, so from row 7 to 10 you're going to make 5 times, then you stop, make repeat from row 7 to 9 once, and then you are ready to make row 34, which is the first row of double crochet blocks. So row 34. You start here by making a chain 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4, but this time instead of going into this first chain here, we're going to make 2 double crochets into this first stitch here. So into this first stitch, not the chain but the stitch here. So here we're going to make 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. Now we're going to make just 1 double crochet in every stitch, like so. And when you get to the chain space, you're just going to make 3 double crochets into the chain space. 1, 2 and 3, like so. Then here we have the single crochets. You're going to make a double crochet in each stitch, four, and this is 5 here. Once again the chain space, so it's 3 double crochets. Like so. And that's row 34. That should be everything you need to crochet the shawl, but if you have questions, feel free to ask me. You can find me on Facebook, on Instagram, on Ravelry and on my website, so make sure you're following me. Have fun with your Maestrale and keep me posted on your progress. Ciao!